y'all can't with me. No way. What's up, world? J1, that's the only great one left. Back in the flesh, popping it on the net, going all the way up like a turtleneck. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody that's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and most importantly, vibing. You know what I'm saying? We've been definitely doing a lot of work. Afro Jones is out right now. My first ever Afro beat album, and it's doing numbers. Appreciate everybody that's been rocking, everybody that's been tapping in. Let me know your favorite tracks. We got the G-Locks visual coming this week. You know what I'm saying? We've been out here, popping bottles. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get sued by nobody, you know? But good morning, world. Good morning, wherever you are. Whatever part of the world you in. If you come in the door, you know it's a store, wipe your feet. The stream was getting a little whatever, so I had to turn it off and turn it on for y'all. But yeah, man. Greetings. Greetings. Okay. I see what's going on. Okay. Said good morning from Washington Heights. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, brother. If you're from Washington Heights, I assume that you're Latino, so buenos dias. You know what I'm saying? I might just be assuming, though. You might not even be Spanish. Amor says good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Top of it, man. Double tap that screen if you know what I mean. It don't cost you nothing to press that button. You know what I'm saying? Let me get them thumbs up, pause, so I can, so we can have these videos doing well as the other ones have been. You know what I'm saying? It says, I live in Louisiana. Okay, that's what's up, Louisiana in the building. Hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing, man. When you come in here, wipe your feet. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all, I appreciate y'all saying good morning, but y'all talking to me, y'all ain't even hit the like yet. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Don't do that. He says, yeah, Dominican 100%. Hey, dímelo. Tú sabes. Shout out to all my Dominicans, man. Y'all done took over New York, boy. Used to be the Boricuas. Puerto Ricans had New York in a frenzy. Now we got we got Ecuador, we got Colombia, but Dominicans is, you know what I'm saying? My Dominicans is right. Actually, today's the Dominican Day Parade. Today's the Dominican Day Parade. Now I think about it. What y'all think? Should we go? I know y'all want to see that. I know y'all want to see me go to the Dominican Day Parade and go live with the mommies. Don't lie. You want to see that. And I lightweight want to show it to you. Because I know a lot of y'all don't get to see the type of action that's going to be going down in New York City today when Dominicans take to the streets, boy. Boy, it's about to go down. They about to be out there going crazy. Crazy, my friend. They're going crazy, my friend. They about to go crazy. He said that's going to be lit. Word. He said, yeah, go to the Dominican parade. What's up, y'all? Good morning, man. Hit that like button when you come in here, man. Wipe your feet when you come in my house, man. When you back in Jones land, you know what I'm saying? We're going to start off the day right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start off the day right. You know what I mean? Why not? You know what I'm saying? My body just be waking me up, pause. You know what I'm saying? Because I got work to do right now. You know what I'm saying? My subconscious knows it's got work to do. It don't let me sleep. You know what I'm saying? We got work to do, man. Tommy G, you can't talk like that, Tommy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on timeout for a second, brother. I'm not going to block you because apparently you don't know the rules here, brother. But the rules in Joneslands are you are allowed to troll, okay? You are allowed to troll. However, you have to pay your toll. You gotta like the video first, okay? We already got how many people? That's 8 times as many people as likes, okay? So we already got a bunch of people not participating. I understand you just woke up. You probably didn't even brush your teeth yet. I get it. But you still got to like the video, especially before you say something like gay, Okay, we don't disrespect people in terms of sexuality, religion, or beliefs here. So I'm gonna put you in timeout for 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes, okay? When you come back, don't talk like that, okay? You know what I'm saying? Cholito says, I talk how I want. I hear you, brother. You can talk how you want, but you can't talk how you want here. You can talk how you want, but you know what I'm saying? As long as you don't say anything gaily disrespectful or anything religiously disrespectful or anything like that. You can say anything else. You can call me milk dud head. You can talk about the thumb, you know, the fact that my head looks like a thumb. That was funny. You know, y'all be having good jokes. You know what I'm saying? No. He said, pay your toll, not on his page. No, you can do it on my page. You can talk about me on my page. It's okay. But you can't do that without, you know, liking the video. Like the video first. Then talk about me. All right? Do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? He said, Jones been a goat. He said, respect. Respect, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that for Fresco. He said, why was the Smack app hard to watch battles? I don't know. You got to talk to them about that, brother. Respectfully, that's not my app, you know? And in their defense, I'm pretty sure there's, you know, complications with a situation like that sometimes. So, you know, people are trying to get it together. They trying to get their money. They doing what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Encouraging words for the day. I got one word, and that's Alhamdulillah, which means all praise is due to Allah. And there's a such thing called the Alhamdulillah mind state, which is that no matter what happens, okay, Alhamdulillah, all right? If something bad happens, if something good happens, you just embrace whatever happens with the same amount, the same energy. You know how they say keep that energy? Keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? When something good happens, okay, you know, thank you, thank God. Then when something bad happens, you're going to be like, oh, man, you know, da-da-da-da. Like, no, you got to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? You know? And what we're not going to do is, even though I might have a word, you know, that I can take from my faith or my beliefs, we don't single out or judge anybody's beliefs. So if you're Christian, you know, I appreciate the fact that you believe in what you believe. I don't, you know, we don't judge people here, you know. He said, say, man, what's good? What's happening, man? How you feeling, brother? Top of the morning. He said, much love, peace, and tranquility. Much love, peace, and tranquility. Appreciate you, Nicole Goddess. He said, many blessings. What's up, Roper Bear? Yeah, so, you know what I mean? You got anything lined up or diving into other endeavors? You know we all the way diving into other endeavors. This is one of the other endeavors right here, man. We going all the way up like a turtleneck, popping it on the net, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm an influencer now. You know what I'm saying? We be getting like 15, 30,000 people coming through alive, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's monetized. No job, Jack. So you might as well subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm figuring it out. I done figured it out, y'all. I'm figuring it out. So Afro Jones, the album is out right now. Afro Jones' album is out right now. Afro Jones' album's out right now. It's my first Afrobeat album. It's going crazy. I appreciate y'all that been rocking. Matter of fact, people that's been checking it out, let them know in the comments what your favorite song off Afro Jones is. You know what I'm saying? Let them know and let me know. And what's up, y'all? I see y'all new people. We about to be at 100 in no time, like always. Double tap that screen if you know what I mean. It don't cost you nothing to press that button. We back here working all the way. You know, I'm staying consistent, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's all. So I woke up, you know, and when I'm still getting my thoughts together, you know what I'm saying? And I'm really just like reflecting, you know what I'm saying? I like to keep it pure with y'all, man. You know, I turn this thing on before I get into my day. You know what I'm saying? Before I get into my day and get distracted by my life. Hold up. Let's chop it up right fast. It said, That's another thing we don't do here is racism. Be fatty. Talking about you people and stuff like that. We don't do that, brother. That's corny. We're in 2025, man. If people are still doing that type of stuff, then obviously you got something really wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know by 2025 that it takes all type of people, you know what I'm saying? White, black, Chinese. If you still judging people by the color of their skin, then you clearly is really lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? It says, it's killing you that you okay. Jerry Larry, maybe you don't know, brother, okay? But that's another thing that I don't necessarily like to entertain at 7:30 in my mornings is negativity, sir. Okay? We are relaxing and enjoying the vibes of hearing the birds. You hear the birds? You hear the crickets, right? You see the old schools happily perched. You know what I'm saying? You see them happily perched. You know what I mean? I got work to do on my cars. You know, we got to get the wolf fan going. We got important stuff to deal with, okay? I got to get, the chromes shining at the best capacity on my gold spokes again. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of things I'm concerned with, brother. You know? It says champagne showers, fire. Hey, that's your favorite of Afro Jones? What y'all got? Let me see. You know what I mean? No, man. Okay. And if you keep being negative, we're going to put you on timeout. See, Larry, now you're going on timeout. Okay. 10 minutes. Stop. Stop. Okay. You can't make me care about nonsense, brothers. Stop. Okay? You need to focus on positivity. You need to focus on getting some money. Money. See, like the Italians do it when they do that. Hey, come on, man. What? Come on over here. Come on over here. I try to talk to you guys, I gotta get some money over here, and you wanna use guys, gotta money. Let's get to some bread, man. You know what I'm saying? You think about that nonsense, brother? He said, bye, Larry. See you in 10, pal. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, come on, get their minds right, chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we coming. Some of these newcomers don't know how we coming. Pause. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand what we doing in Jones Land. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Nicole Goddess says facts and sends a super chat. Thank you for that, baby. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And if you want, you can get like her. If you see the super chat is on, and somebody type Wolfway in the comments like we always do, with the $sign. I know how we do it, and let me pin it. You know what I'm saying? He said, go stand in the corner, Larry. Yeah, Larry doesn't get it. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? But it's all right. We giving people chances here. That's one thing I wanted to talk about this morning, okay? Bridget Lynn says, I subscribed for you. I appreciate that, baby. Thank you. Shout out to all the beautiful ladies, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be keeping me vibing. And you know what, ladies? It's y'all fault. It's really y'all fault. Because y'all the reason these niggas be mad at me, man. Y'all the reason these niggas be mad at me. Because they're like, who the hell does he think he is? The hell do you think he is? There's no bitches in battle rap lives. They're not supposed to like battle rappers. I'm not a battle rapper, okay? You know what I'm saying? He says, Serius a legend. Salute with matter hundreds. Salute, but brother, this is what we were talking about this morning, all right? You know what I mean? And she said, I'm married. That's even more of a blessing, Bridget. You know what I'm saying? You're a married woman and you're still giving me the energy, still giving me the time of day, still giving me your subscription, your like, your attention, and I appreciate that. That's a blessing to me. So there's nothing wrong with you being a married woman. To me, that's even doper. You know what I'm saying? Because that means you can still be in pocket and respect somebody else's energy. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas, they can't understand a woman just jacking your energy, but still, bro, I'm not trying to be with you. I just like the way you talk. I like the way you chop it. I like the way you whatever. I'm gaining something. I'm gaining some knowledge from this. You know what I'm saying? My husband is secure. He don't have a problem with me liking Serius Jones. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like when I meet couples and, his wife is bad. I'm like, that's your wife? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, we be watching. I'm like, that's fire. That should be making my day. You know what I'm saying? That's hard body. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds. Word. He said, Bridget, I hope you like battle rap. If not, You're a whole red flag. No, see, that's the problem that you're not getting, guys. What's up, new people? We over 100 already. If you just came in here, double tap the screen one time for me. Hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing. Right? Let's get that even because they've been calling my videos fake when y'all don't like it. Or they've been trying to act like I've been buying numbers when y'all don't like it. All right? So like my goddamn videos because I'm tired of these people trying to hate on us being great. Okay? Not because I care, but it's just like, let's make the videos do good, please. You know what I'm saying? 15,000 likes. 15,000, 20,000 views and only like 100 likes does look a little weird. Come on. Don't do that to me. Have me looking weird just because you want to be selfish. Nah, but realistically, right? Battle rap. This is what we're here to talk about. Battle rap. He said, let's go. This is what we're here to talk about. Battle rap. Legend. Okay. Legendary status. I never knew what that would be or would look like for me. I thought it would look like different things at different times, right? I thought it would look like different things at different times, right? And, okay, look, negativity, you're getting put in time out. JJ, 10 minutes. I'm sending y'all to the hole, man. You're getting sent to the hole for separation housing unit. You're going to shoot program for 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. If I do for 24 hours and I see your name again, you're banned for life, okay? You obviously want to be here, so stop messing up your own privileges, man. Stop messing up your own troll privileges, okay? If you want to troll, pay your toll. And just be respectful with your trollage. Say bad things about me in a not so bad way. You got to say bad things about me a certain way, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't just you got to just phrase your badness, you know? Marquis said, what's up, brother? He said, we only love family. You already know. He said, send them to the black hole. Send them to the gulag. I getting sent to the gulag. I keep playing in the chat, man. Don't think I'm not seeing everything, man. I got eagle eyes. You know what I mean? I'm like, swooping down. What you mean? He said, say negative things in a positive way. Yeah, that's all, Bridget. You know what I mean? You ain't even got to say it in a positive way. Just don't say it in like a way that is gonna get my chat banned. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You know, we gotta use this is my office here. I'm making money here. Somebody comes into business with their shirt off, just talking about, be like, yo, hey, get him out of here, right? Get that guy out of here. The hell wrong with you, right? It's a place of business. You can't just come in here and be like, the fries suck, man. Hey, just, people be doing that. You in Times Square or something, you might just be sitting there eating your hamburger. Dude just come in there, jump on the table and start, start gyrating with his shirt off. So that's why they have security. Get him out of here, okay? Some of y'all are them type of people. You know what I'm saying? And look, Abdul, this is what y'all be disappointing me, man. Some of y'all biggest trolls, y'all Muslim. Because your name is Abdul Basit Asif. There is no way you're not a Muslim, okay? And you're in here talking about AOGAY men. Why are you worried about those type of men, sir? You are a Muslim, sir. You, sir, are a Muslim. Astaghfirullah, and go make dua right now. Go make some wudu and say a dua right now. Go pray right now to remove whatever that is that you have from you. And you're going in the gulag for, let's give him a 5-piece because he's Muslim. I'm going to give you a 5-minute because you Muslim, Abdul Asafat, whatever your name was. Okay? He said, damn, Abdul, right? Like, come on, Abdul. Abdul. You coming in here at 7:30 in the morning. I know you're in Iraq or somewhere where it's not 7:30 where you're at, Abdul, but that's not the point, okay? You have one of these in your house. So you know better, Abdul. See you in 5, pal. Ryan Hitler says, see you in 5, pal. That's going to be your slogan, Ryan? Whenever somebody gets sent to the thing, you're going to be right there. See you in 5, pal. Diddy Rainbow emojis. Okay, we'll let you live with that for now, Diddy. Okay, that's another thing. I understand that a lot of y'all don't have creativity with your trolling, so Diddy is like the only reference that you have for black people and stuff. Hit that like button if you didn't already, man, because now we got triple the people as likes again. You know what I'm saying? You know we be going up fast. You know what I'm saying? It is up and stuck like a cat in a tree, but make sure you engage. Damn it. Okay, legend. I knew I was gonna be a legend. I just didn't know how. You know why I knew I was gonna be a legend? Because stuff kept happening to me. That's who does this happen to? Right? Stuff kept happening to me. That's who does this happen to? Since a kid, right? Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff that I'm really looking at like, nah, like what? Why me? Right? And okay, I'm gonna show y'all pictures. So y'all don't think so y'all understand, all right? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all Young Jones pictures, you know what I'm saying? I always was on my, I may be 20 here, you know what I'm saying? I always knew it was gonna be something because stuff kept happening, right? Okay, when I was about 8 or 9, I was playing in the park and I found a firearm laying in the grass, right? And we had cap guns and all of this stuff, and my grandpops, rest in peace, Pop, he was in World War II, and he had, he had a real nice collection. You know what I'm saying? He had a nice collection, and I used to go in the closet and play, with all of, his artillery pause, and I used to take the whooping for it. I knew I was gonna get a whooping, but hey, it's worth it. I just got to sit there and play. I'm in the mirror talking about freeze, like, and they go, "What are you doing? Get in here!" I'm sorry, right? I had to do that a couple times. You know what I'm saying? So now I know the difference between the cap guns that I'm playing with. I'm looking for these pictures for y'all so I can give y'all some real reference. Because this is what I want y'all to know about Afro Jones. Pardon me. It's too early to be getting that turn. Hold on. This is what I want y'all to know about Afro Jones. Is y'all can look at the cover. Y'all see that I got pictures of me when I'm a kid, where I'm wearing the dashikis and the kufis, and when I was basically being taught and being forced to learn about my history, to learn about African, the African experience and all of that. I was being forced to wear the kufi on picture day. I didn't want to wear it. Astaghfirullah, I didn't want to wear that kufi on picture day because I had to fight and stuff like that because of that. Because people would be like, "Oh, African booty scratcher," it was corny. Like that was especially in the '90s and '80s. They didn't. People was jacking the Black Power shit like on some Public Enemy stuff and all of that. But like, my era, once it started being like, the '90s, people didn't care about all that. You know what I'm saying? So you wearing a dashiki is like, look at little Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? They had jokes. You know what I mean? No, James Burnett, I am not of the LGBT community, but just well, you know what? I'm not going to put you in timeout for asking me that question, but no, James. I like women, brother. Okay? But salute to everybody that's, whatever. So, where did I put them pictures? Okay. So basically, it started off, I found it. It was shiny. It was in the grass, and I'm looking like, wait a minute. Nah, right? That can't be that, right? And I walk over and I pick it up. It was in a holster. It was like a chrome 25. It was like what they call a Saturday night special. You know what I'm saying? And it was mad shiny, and it was a pearl handle. And I took it out and it was mad heavy. I was like, oh. I was bugging like, yo, that's just crazy, right? So I wasn't kind of conflicted on what to do with it because, good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning. Sherry said, you up talking in the world before me? Okay, wait a minute. Uh, okay, I hear you, that Mr. Turkey Bacon. He said you should interview people. Your lives are good, but I think you're articulate enough to interview people. I think you're settling. These lives are cool, okay, but 73 people doesn't look good when you're a battle rap legend. Okay, see what I mean about common sense not being common, people. Okay, Mr. Turkey Bacon, I will derail my progress of my story just to address you to make sure that we are on top of every narrative like white on rice or like grease on turkey bacon. Brother, these lives normally get at minimum 5,000 people to come through the live, at minimum. You seeing at one point of the live that there's 70 people sitting here when there's usually up to 300 to 400 people, and it's 7:45 in the morning in my demographic, brother, you're missing the whole point, which is that it's not about what people care about, what you think it looks like. I know how much money this is making me, sir. I do not care about what someone thinks a battle rap legend's supposed to look like. Because as I was saying, as I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted by my phone dying, I don't care about being a battle rap legend, man. If that's what you care, he says, why don't you change, LOL? Maya, you know, because honestly, changing, I've changed a lot. But one thing that hasn't changed about me is I don't care. So that's what's happening. I don't care. People think you're supposed to care. You're a battle rap legend. You're supposed to care what people think, right? The only reason I'm a battle rap legend is because I was already a certain type of person. That's why I was able to achieve a certain thing in battle rap, because of who I already was. I'm looking for these pictures so I can show y'all better than tell y'all, right? You know what I'm saying? He said, fix your mic, brother. You can't hear me? He said they don't make shows like that anymore. You right, brother. You right. And ironically, I got y'all, right? Serious Live is more than just Serious Live, but we starting with the Serious Lives. You feel me? We creating and we establishing the relationship with the world, and me just running my mouth about my life, showing y'all, giving y'all a window into where I really think, giving y'all a window into my actual life. You go to the videos yesterday and the day before, it's giving y'all a window into my relationship with the streets, my blocks, the peoples that, the old ladies, the babies, the aunties, right? If you're paying attention to the lives, if you liking this, right, which you should be if you came in here because you double tapping the screen. Wait, get like me right now. I hate y'all for forcing me to do this. Yes, as Lucky Lefty says, wipe your feet. That's what it's called. When you come in Jones Lane, you came in the house, just wipe your feet, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't wear shoes in this house. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Just wipe your feet when you come in the door. You know what I'm saying? So I love how we chop, right? Because y'all always wind up giving me the content without me even having to say anything. Y'all always wind up saying the things that gives me the springboard. You throw me the alley-oop, and all I gotta do is catch it. Right? So what he said, the person that I just read before, he said, you're a battle rap legend. Okay, now there's 100 people here, but usually we have at least 100 people here, right? Even though it's early, we just started. Normally, he doesn't know. These people think they can come in these lives and tell the world that something like as if they don't know y'all. right? As if I don't know Markeith, as if I don't know, Lucky Lefty, as if I don't see Ryan coming through here, as if I don't see, Orion, the people that have been showing love and giving me support in terms of not just financially, in terms of energy, right? Because that's the biggest form of communication in the world is energy. And I think that's what translated with me where I was able to become a battle rap legend, so to speak, right? Because my energy has always been loud. I've always been somebody that came into crazy situations and my life has just been crazy from the beginning, right? So, okay, I found this gun. I found this strap. He said, the real ones. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The real ones. Salute. He says, shouts from Portland, Oregon. Salute to Portland, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't be knowing about Portland. It's going down up there. Shout out to my player partners. I met some cool niggas from Portland. You know what I'm saying? Damn, what's my man's name? I want to remember his name right now. But man, I loved his old school pause. He had this big, he had this, I think it was a Caprice. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on blades. And I'm like, that's mean. He's like, yeah, I'm up out of Oakland. I'm up out of Portland, man. And I'm like, Portland? Yeah, they got niggas up there. He's like, yeah, hell yeah, it's niggas in Portland. You know what I'm saying? Dante said, and fire bars. Appreciate it. He said, take off that tacky ring. Well, if you're not feeling the wolf ring, that's okay. You know what I mean? But this is actually genuine gemstones that took me a long time to find, and diamonds that I actually bought myself, you know what I'm saying, and designed. And this is the globe, this is the world, you know what I'm saying? We spinning, you know what I'm saying? This is very metaphorical of a piece to me, sir, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't like it, I understand. Everybody's not flashy, you know what I'm saying? But Serius stands for the brightest star, Serius is about shining, you know what I'm saying? So these diamonds that I purchase and these ideas that I draw up, you know what I'm saying? And these pieces that I concoct from my imagination, if you're not feeling it, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But good thing there are people that enjoy creativity, like me. You know what I'm saying? I like being creative, And it's all about the wolves, man. It's all about the wolf way, Wolf love, my brother. What's wolf love to you, family? Peace and blessings, Jones. Peace and blessings, Najee back. Take off, walking. We talking French Montana, Remy Ma, Serius Jones, Papoose, Lucky Left, Straight, Unalivers. I appreciate that. Okay. Lions Gates, are you trying to get sent to the gulag, sir? Because that's what it seems like. Lions, you say something else mean, I'm sending your ass to timeout. Okay? We're not doing negativity it's before breakfast, man. Some of y'all really become waking up and just being negative before breakfast. I pray for you. I pray for you. All right? You probably don't have, a beautiful little friend like this to, show you some love. Give him some love, Sherry. Give him some love. Say hi. Some of these people waking up mean, they ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? They're upset, baby. Give them some love. Say hey. Say hey, world. Say hey, world. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. See? Sherry's happy. All right? Be happy. You know what I'm saying? You said Lions might be getting a slogan. Yeah, Ryan, get ready for him. Get ready for him. All right, so look. I'm looking for this. I had a little folder of all of these pictures. You know what I'm saying? And this is from that place. This is from that place. I'm just doing a lot of, when I was just doing homework, learning. Shout out to Chef, man. My brother from Patterson, Chef, man. He wrote all of this down for me so I could literally learn how to say the prayers. How real is this? How real is this? He literally broke down the way to say each word and everything. You know what I'm saying? Wu Lam, you know what I mean? Lam Yulid. He really wrote, he went through doing this and just to show me how to say the prayers, how to say stuff the right way. How real is that? You know what I'm saying? This is from that place. know what I'm saying? So I was actually going through some stuff the other day and showing y'all some of the stuff that we had to deal with. Shout out to baby girl for doing this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even tell her to draw that. She did that shit on her own. That's gangster. I might frame that. You know, we love the kids. But you know, this is grievance. Look what they was feeding us. 2 slices of bread and standard issue cheese as a meal. That's what they was giving us. That's what they was giving us. You see, it's a petition that has signed by the Muslims, because that's how they was feeding us. He said, frame that. Yeah, I'm gonna frame that, Robert. I'm gonna frame that and I'm gonna put that up, man. You know? Shout out to the ladies in my family, man. Rest in peace, Gigi, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. He said, hey, bro, what's your name? My name is Jones, man. You know what I'm saying? Also known as Serius Jones. And I'm gonna give y'all a little background, right? Because as I was saying, Afro Jones, I want y'all to get the point that this music that has, Sherry, what you doing? You going crazy? This music that actually, I made all of these beats, right? This is all literally music that came from, you know, in here, right? And I grew up in a musical household, right? I was telling y'all the story of how I found a strap when I was 9, right? And now I'm thinking about, damn, how can I hide this? How can I bring this back in the house, right? These are the thoughts I'm thinking about when I'm 8, 9 years old. I won an essay contest when I was 9, where out of the whole state of New Jersey, out of millions of kids, I won. I got the prize or whatever. I got to meet the governor and put the tuxedo on, and you know what I'm saying? Out of how many people? How many kids is in the state of New Jersey? You know what I'm saying? And it was, they said it was millions of people that had, or however many, I don't want to lie, however many people that submitted, you know, their essays and all that. And I won. So I knew things happened to me young that was like, most people don't get these type of opportunities. This stuff, people don't just find, you know, homie straps. People don't just, you know, get to meet the governor. People don't just, and then I started being good at sports, right? So now I'm hitting home runs, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm like, and it's like, people was like, they looking at me like, damn, like, okay, you somebody, right? I'm getting arguments with older kids in the neighborhood because I'm not backing down, and I'm not scared to fight and stuff like that, because my dad and my mom's wasn't having that. Mr. B and Big Lean was not having that. I'm looking for these pictures so I can show y'all, man. I like to show y'all better than tell y'all. So if you noticing, if you look at the album cover, Afro Jones, if you're paying attention to, you know, the way that we marketing now and showing y'all the rollout right now, that's why I'm just doing this, because it don't get more real than this, right? We ain't gotta do no setups. We ain't gotta do no recaps and all this other stuff. All we gotta do is pop it and chop it and show it, and people, what's come from the heart gonna reach the heart. And that's what's been happening, you know what I'm saying? He said, Najee says, that's fire. Respect, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, this is what we doing. We just basically, you know, being transparent. So when I learned about, you know, what I looked at as legendariness, right? Where people talk about you, where your name rings, right? I saw what came with that as a youngster. I saw what came with that. I saw the people that, you know, had some fame, and you know, my uncles was a legend. My uncles was legends, right? Some of my cousins was legends. Rest in peace, my Uncle Billy, man, a legend. He died when he was 17 years old, but he was all in, if you Google Billy Tinsley, he was all in the news, all in the paper. He was one of the youngest that was achieving some of the, you know, just the feats that people didn't do back then. You know what I'm saying? He's playing with Dr. J and, you know, all of these, Pee Wee Kirkland and all these people, these legends that are shouting him out and that are saying, you know, this young boy is the truth, right? So he had a legacy. When he died, that really sent ripples through the whole, they just did a 50-year anniversary thing for him in the paper. You know what I'm saying? Billy Tinsley. That's his name, right? And I learned young what being a legend or being somebody that, you know, that has a legacy means. You know what I'm saying? I saw how it affected me. I saw when I met different people. When I met Pee Wee Kirkland and he found out that that was my uncle, he literally like I don't know if it was because of that, but he was kind of like my mentor. You know what I'm saying? When I see Pee Wee Kirkland at Riverbank State Park, he had that afro like this, like Denzel and he got game. You know what I'm saying? And he would literally sit there and chop it up with me. Calm down, mama. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. He would sit there and chop it up with me about stuff in life. And shout out to Mousy. Shout out to Joe Hammond, the Destroyer. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about New York street basketball or just the history of the legends of New York, you know, Pee Wee Kirkland is somebody that used to have him ride around with a Rolls Royce and $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Have diamonds in his ties. How you got diamonds in your tie? This nigga had diamond ties. Put a suit on like this and have a tie. The tie say PK and diamonds. They was looking at going to the NBA as some broke stuff back then. They said, why would I go to the NBA and make $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 a year when I'm making that in a night? That's Carlton Hines too. Respect. You know what I'm saying? Lucky said facts. He said Serious, what up, legend? You know, we chopping up what being a legend means, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about what being a legend means. And let's talk about what it means to me and what I really feel like, you know, what your responsibilities are as a legend, I guess, or whatever, right? Because people act like you're supposed to do a certain thing because you're a legend. Like, yo, I'm supposed to care what you think because I'm a legend. Okay, let's keep it funky. All right. So boom, I'm gonna find these pictures by the time this is over too, because this don't make no sense that they done just disappeared on me when I just showed y'all another live. But okay, so being a legend, I thought that the path that I was gonna take was more so in sports, right? Because in my family, sports was the outlet. That was the ticket. You know what I'm saying? Being a legend is living, right? But being a living legend is different than being a legend. Rest in peace, Whip Wop. That's a legend from our hood. Every year there's a Whip Wop tournament, right? From Inglewood. He was just a young boy that just had a certain glow about him. He was just a young street kid but he just had a certain energy to the point where they miss him and they named the tournament after him. You know, people just hashtag rest in peace Whip Wop. That's just, you know what I'm saying? He didn't necessarily do anything that made people, you know what I mean? That's who he was, that's what he represented. He had that type of energy, so he was a legend, right? Same thing as O Block. Rest in peace, OD, right? He was just a legend. What did he do? We don't know, but there's O Block, right? Because it was a legendary nigga. Name O, right? You know what I'm saying? That's how that. What is this guy talking about? This guy's talking about what it means to be a legend, what my path to being a quote unquote legend is, and what a legacy means to me now that I'm at this level where I can affect 15,000 or 30,000 people in a day versus just being a normal guy that has no legendary whatever to uphold, right? That's what I'm talking about, right? He says, look up Jabari Gibson. Yeah, I heard him. I heard him. I heard of him. No, not a fake rep. See, that's what I'm saying. Some of y'all, like, if you're being negative, Arcade, you're gonna get sent to the gulag because it seems like you're trying to be negative and flood the chat with distraction and disrespect, sir. So you know what? Matter of fact, affect them how? By YouTube Live? Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, we can affect the world by YouTube Live. That's why there are people that tap in here every day and that say to you and that send emails and say, Jones, you actually helping me get through my day, brother. And give me the inspiration to keep going with y'all. Absolutely, brother. Okay? So, all right, if I'm not specifying, then maybe you want to shut up and stop typing and listen, sir. Do you want to do that or you want to get put in time out because you want to keep talking? You got two ears and one mouth for a reason. Even though technically you got 2 ears and 10 fingers, so technically, they win, but you get the point. So shut up. If you're a woman, that's even worse. Fall back, love, and let me talk to you. Okay? See how I just took the time out to address you, even though you're lightweight trolling it. See, it's a fair place here, right? So me being a so-called legend doesn't exempt me from being somebody that's on point about everything. So some people would say, because you respond to somebody in a comment, oh, that's not what legends do. Bro, I don't care what you think a battle rap legend's supposed to do. Yeah, he said RK's just being mean. You know what I mean? Okay. He said, block me, you're boring. I'm from UK and Americans sound dumb. See, these are the type of people these type of people exist, y'all. No, I'm not gonna block you, love. But you have a good day. You have a good day and drink a spot of tea, innit? Drink a spot of tea and come down, innit? You seem really hostile, you know? Crikey. You know? He said, well, why is you being mean? Salam alaikum. The king of Denmark says salam alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Wa rahmatullah barakatuh, my brother. Salute to Copenhagen and all my brothers in Denmark. You know? He said, tell her to go help Skepta. Shout out to Skepta, man. Don't throw him in under the bus, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got nothing to do with her, man. You know what I'm saying? He said Murder Mook versus Serius Jones. He said, but they love Jones in the UK, so that dude doesn't matter. Yeah, I love y'all too, man. It's all love, right? It's all love over here, man. I know some people want to do something else, but it's all love, right, Jerry? It's all love. So, right? I want to look for these pictures for y'all, but I guess it's more important that I just break it down for y'all. And we'll save some of the pictures for the documentary and all that stuff, right? But I'm looking for the pictures to really show y'all the errors of what I'm talking about, right? So, sports. Unfortunately, and fortunately, for young black men, sports is the main way that we look at it to not only leave a legacy, but to get out of the hood or whatever you call that and to build, some generational wealth. Uncles train us for it. Our fathers, they make us believe this is the way that we can not only make the family proud, but this is the way we can make it, y'all. This is the way that we can get somewhere. You can get to that NBA. You can go D1 and maybe play overseas. You can make it by this game, right? So I was taught, if you want to make it, you can go hard and you can make it, right? So I started playing baseball. I loved baseball. I used to sleep with my glove. I used to literally sleep with my glove. I would live and breathe baseball when I was 9, 10, up until I was about 13, right? For about 5 years, I lived and breathed baseball. I did martial arts because that was just something to do. I didn't even do it because I wanted to learn how to fight or nothing. It was just there. Standing Man had the dojo right on Wise Corner. I was doing all the sports. I was playing ball. I was playing basketball. I was playing baseball. I was doing kung fu, karate, and all that shit. I was doing whatever it was to do. And you know what I'm saying? I was doing the stuff that my parents had me doing to stay out of trouble. And to me, that was fun. This was fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I get to fight. I get to play football. I get to hit people with equipment on. You know what I'm saying? I get to baseball. I was a pitcher. I'm striking people out. You know what I'm saying? I liked it, the action. You know what I'm saying? I really looked at it, you know what I'm saying, as, he said you wasn't that good. I gotta love y'all, man. Y'all crazy as hell. Okay, I wasn't that good. I was decent. Okay, I'm not gonna act like I was the best ever. I was pretty good, right? I was good enough to have a whole apartment full of trophies. Stop, Sherry. Calm down, mama, please. Calm down. Sherry going crazy over here. Calm down. Breathe. Breathe. Look, she like, breathe. Okay. Breathe. It's all right, Sherry. All right. I know. You got a lot of energy. So, all right, boom. He said, so many trolls upset here. Najee, I can't monitor them all, and you know, my peoples is working right now. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple people that normally help me moderate because our numbers just be outrageous for me to control all the trolls. You know what I'm saying? I can't read all of that and talk at the same time. It's too much work. You know what I mean? But just this is what y'all do, right? This is what y'all do. That's kind of funny, Duckett. That is kind of funny. Now, this is what y'all do, okay, Najee? This is what the Jonesians, you know, and the serious lifers, the people that really rock with me, this is what y'all do to me. Y'all tell me if somebody's overly trolling, just say their name so I see it, right? And then we'll get them up out of there. Or we'll send them, you know, to timeout for a second. You know what I'm saying? We'll send them to timeout, okay? All right, Sherry? We'll send them to timeout if they're acting too crazy. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, antisocial butterfly. You know what I'm saying? So back to the spelling bee. We want to know more about that. You're an intellectual. Talk about that, Brody. Kodak Black also won a spelling bee too. I think that's a great achievement. Thank you. Right? Because I'm looking for the pictures of me as a young nerd. I'm looking for the pictures as a young nerd me when I really was motivated to be a legend in the nerd way, in the square ways of playing sports, you know what I'm saying? Spelling bees. I just told you about the essay contest, right? Those are the ways that I saw, like, damn, I'm kind of a little bit more, you know what I mean, than the average bear, right? That's what really showed me that, right? So yeah, that was another thing. Spelling bees, right? They had this thing. They had a debate, some debate thing, right? Where our school. I'm from Inglewood, right? Originally, right? Inglewood, New Jersey. Our schools is like 90% black, right? We had about 3 or 4 white kids in our whole school system. Shout out to them. Miriam Skernick, Sarah Dudzik, Miriam Skernick, Sarah Dudzik, Ariel Siegel. I knew all of them like their whole names because there was only like 7 of them, maybe if that, right? So we didn't really have no interaction with you know, white people while I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Randy? How are you doing, brother? I hope you're having a good day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's one thing you can't do here if you don't know the rules is call me a liar. Cause sitting here saying that I would lie about my parents and my upbringing, as if I don't care about my own child, as if I don't care about the people that love me, and I will disrespect my upbringing by making up things about like, my childhood, you have to go. You're not even gonna get like you're gone. You're not even getting put in timeout. Okay? If you think that that's the type of person I am, that I would just disrespect my whole family, then you know you don't deserve to watch my content. But anyway, anti-social butterfly says facts. It says, is this still nigga still alive? Absolutely. I'm alive and well. I'm alive and well. So, and I'm not even gonna do anything to you for that comment. I'm gonna let you live. See, yes, the trolls are getting outlandish, Najee. They are getting outlandish because you know why? We're going up. We're going all the way up like a turtleneck, and that's what happens in this world. When you're going up in this world, when you're a quote-unquote legend in this world, you got thousands of people that are out there paying attention to you every day, and some of them are not having good days. Some of people are waking up. These are people in America that are talking to me, which means that some of them are waking up and it's 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning where they are, 6 in the morning where they are, 8 in the morning where they are. And the first thing they're doing is hating on another person. The first thing they're doing is hating on another person at 8 in the morning. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. He said, on God. And you're going in timeout, sir. 30 minutes for you, blunt man. All right, I told you I was gonna let you live, but you're gonna just keep talking disrespectful. Now you can't comment. He said it's 3 a.m. Like it's 3 a.m. where you is. Like you ain't got nothing better to do. But anyway, legendariness. So when you're a legend, you said Low Deluxe would beat you in a spelling bee. He might, but Low Deluxe, you know, that's somebody that grew up with me. You know, we grew up together since 16. We're 40 something now. So I've known Lux for 40 years almost, for 30 years. What's up, Sherry? Okay. You gotta go? Come on, let's go. Let's go. You ready? Hmm? You ready? First of all, just so you know, Sherry tells me when she has to go to the bathroom. And there it goes. Come on, let's go. Let's go. See? That's how Sherry tells me she has to go to the bathroom. And she does, she goes right here on her spot and she sits. Because this is her thing right here. Sherry knows how to tell me she has to go to the bathroom, right? Sherry said, I'm a smart girl. I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a smart girl. Right? Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Sherry, baby. Whoa. So, all right, no more troll addressing. I'm just going to send them to the gulag because it's distracting from the story, all right? But we have a lot of new people and new ladies here. What's up, Najee, and the people that have been involved in recently? They got to help me monitor that. Because honestly, it'd be a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? But, all right, so once you're playing ball and you're having moments like spelling bees where I'm going to these different places where there's all white kids. No disrespect, we're not racist. You know what I'm saying? Just in terms of culturally, I'm going to places where Bergen County, there's a bunch of towns that are all like, these are white towns. No disrespect. These are rich towns. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the person that's representing Inglewood. Inglewood is the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? Is it breaking up? Let me know if we clear. Let me know if we clear, y'all. We clear? He said, Cuzzo, good morning. Nina Vixen, what's up, baby? Good morning. Can y'all hear me? Am I clear? Give me the thumbs up if I'm good. He said, you clear now. He said, fire, I'm from Passaic. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. I'm not talking to that dude, bro. That's what I'm saying. Some of y'all don't understand, bro. We're living a different life, man. We're living a different life, and we're on a different frequency. You know what I'm saying? A different frequency over here, brother. You know what I'm saying? And we got 119 people here at 8 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? We live in a different life, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? But anyway, so what I started, you know what I'm saying? What I started, I basically had moments that showed me flashes of greatness. It showed me, oh shit, you can do this, right? So I'm going to these schools with all of these, rich white kids, and I'm winning the spelling bees, right? I'm being a know-it-all young kid that steps up, and they're like, whatever the word was, right? You know what I mean? Extra what you call that shit? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and I spell that, right? And they be like, oh, right? Like, oh, he's so smart. Like black kids can't be smart. So I really had a chip on my shoulder where I like to show people up. I like to show them like, yeah, we smart, right? So I was representing for us in that way. You know what I'm saying? What in the bald head is going on? Serius Jones is popping it and chopping it at 8 in the morning with his people. That's all, okay? Walking his sherry and enjoying his life. That's all, brother. You can come along if you like. You know what I'm saying? But basically, okay, Sherry's going crazy. She really thinks she's a pit, so she really wants to get at him. Watch, she's gonna try to run towards this German shit. See? She thinks she can attack him. She really thinks she can attack this dog. Like, see how she's running down on him? Look how he looking. He like, what? See? Sherry is trying to run. Stop, Sherry. Sherry, you're not a pit bull. You're not a pit. Okay? No. What do you mean? You mad? You're not a pit, bro. What's wrong with you? She's on it, right? Yeah, like, bro. He said, nice house. I appreciate it, brother. He said, you good, bro. Brooklyn love you. Man, salute, brother. Brooklyn, spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. You know the vibe. They always used to think I was from Brooklyn, bro. I swear to you. Wallahi, they used to say that. because I got a big mouth. You know what I'm saying? And Brooklyn going to talk their shit. They going to fight and they going to clap you. They'll book you. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've never been on no robbery type timing, but I've always been loud, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess I've always been kind of loud. And, you know, but I'm telling y'all why, right? So, okay, I'm winning spelling bees. I'm hitting home runs, right? I get to high school. My high school, the baseball team had not won a game in 3 years. They hadn't won one game in 3 years. And not only did they not win a game in 3 years, they didn't even have enough people to make up a team, y'all. I came to the practice and it was literally like 9 people there. I'm like, this ain't even enough to have a team. They were like, he said, my sister looks just like Sherry. You ain't shit. Then your sister's beautiful, man. Hello? Yes, look, she's still trying to run down. She still thinks she could. Don't try to act like you just like you. I know what you're doing. Look, if I just let it go, she gonna run. You're trying to throw me off, acting like you sniffing something. Look, I know what you're doing. You're trying to get back to her. Watch. Watch, she about to try to take off. Watch that shit, Sherry. Oh, watch out. About to step in the shit. No. See? Told you. I know. He said, stay up, my brother. Always good to see a brother doing well. I'm from the hood to the suburbs, too. Good kids, good and all. Man, blessings, man. He said, life is what you make it. Make your life what you want. Looks like a nice life, cousin. Hey, man, I'm still making it, right? I'm still making it. One day at a time, y'all. Making it. You know what I mean? I'm still making it. He said, in Sherry's mind, she's a lioness. Word. In Sherry's mind, she really thinks she is, bro. Who do you think you are, Sherry? She surveying her terrain, sniffing shit like, wait, who? She's sniffing the other dogs because they be around here. She like, yeah, it's my shit. It's my shit. Look, she ready to go just piss on some stuff. She be holding her pee just so she can go and like urinate on something to like mark her territory. Come on, Mama Lamb. Let's go, baby. Come on, Sherry. Sherry, come. Come. Let's go. Top of the morning, G. Top of the morning, Tony. Top of the morning. So, legendary. I'm being told, man, your uncle's a legend, man. Yo, you're such a legend, man. Yo, your dad is a legend, man. Yo, your dad did this one time, man. I don't know if you know, man, but your father, man. You know who your father is, man? I don't even know if you know who your people is, man. Right? You gotta hear these type of stories, right? And you just a youngster like this, going, okay, all right. Like, but low key, you like, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They telling you these stories as if you got something to live up to, right? They telling you this stuff because they telling you got something to live up to, right? That's what they telling young Limo, right? Your father, man. Yo, your uncle Billy, man. Yo, he used to, bruh, man, he's a legend, man, right? You keep hearing this shit since you're young. So you know that you got that type of stuff to live up to, but you don't know how it's gonna happen, right? You think it's gonna happen in baseball. No, bro, they haven't won a game in 3 years. One game, right? Any for real? What do you mean? What do you mean no one comes to the baseball games? Nigga, it's baseball. Ain't nobody going to baseball games, bro. I was a little bit more nerdier when I was younger, right? You know what I mean? I was in my bag. I didn't care what nobody liked. I like what I like. I like baseball, right? I thought that's all that mattered, what I liked. I'm like, I like it, so that's all that matters, right? I don't give a damn if they don't like it. But yeah, well, nigga, ain't nobody coming to the game, though, so shit, you can like it all you want. It's like, damn. We ain't got enough equipment, we ain't got enough players, we ain't won a game in 3 years. So it's like, wait, so I can't play for Inglewood and actually even have a team? I'm like, damn. So I literally had to switch sports. Not because I just wanted to, I love baseball. But I had to, what could I do? We ain't had no team. We had no team. And nobody gave a damn about baseball in Inglewood. I was like, bro, that's some, when you a kid, little league shit, nigga. That ain't no, like, you know what I mean? Some little league shit, all right, you a kid, baseball, all right, ha ha. Nigga, once you get to high school in the hood, that baseball shit over with, Wolf. You better start playing ball. So it was like, damn. So I do gotta play basketball, right? Now I was decent in basketball, but I didn't love it as much as baseball, right? I love baseball, but now it's over, right? It was over. So it was like, well, basketball now. So I tried out for the 8th grade team and got cut, right? And let me tell y'all how brutal the 80s and 90s and the early 2000s was. They didn't care nothing about your pride and your ego as a young kid. Which this is, now that I think about it, this is horrible for a kid's self-esteem. And this is what they used to do. They would literally, yo, Damon, he said, you're a legend, cuzzo. Salute, Damon. Tell them about some real life stories and shit, right? Because that's what we're doing. We telling them how I became that, and I appreciate it, boy. If anybody thinks I'm a legend, that's a blessing. But I'm going to tell y'all what the reason why, right? So, you know, it basically, um, it taught me the power of decision, of deciding, yo, I'm gonna do this. I can do it, right? I got cut from the 8th grade team. And back then, they didn't just cut you, they would literally write it. It would be a list on the wall with a bunch of names, right? And your name would be written off with a red marker. Like so that everyone could see he was there and got cut. And it's on the wall in the hallway where the whole school could walk and see. I'm like, yo, what kind of, like, bro, why you gotta, that's embarrassing, right? So everybody is, yo, Limo got cut. Oh, Limo got cut. Oh, Lim, he got cut. I'm like, oh, right? So I'm in bad. The walk of shame, absolutely, Cajun. Absolutely, Cajun. The walk of shame. Now you're walking down the hallway with everybody like, ah, and you're like, right? The violin is walking behind you. It's a nigga with a violin walking behind you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Free Palestine, absolutely. Yeah, so that's basically what happened, right? That's basically what happened. And so now I had to get nice. I couldn't go out like that. He said, big facts, embarrassing as F. Yeah, like, yeah, people asking what happened. Exactly. Exactly, Spaz. People be like, yo, what happened? And you like, I don't know, right? Now, mind you, I was good. I was good enough to make the team, right? That's what made it a thing. That's what made it. We're like, so this is what's funny when people troll me in battle rap. Y'all don't understand. I've been getting trolled since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, they was way more brutal in high school than they are now. You know what I'm saying? They was, oh man, bro, guess you ain't living up to none of that legacy now. Like they was on that, right? Because my pops was nice. My pops was in the parks balling. You know what I'm saying? Like I was supposed to just be nice. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't just nice. He said, but then you ended up on MTV. Like, I mean, see how God worked, right? We plan and he plans, right? Or one that I heard is we plan and God laughs, right? So boom. So my uncle, who was a legend, shout out to my Uncle Junior. He was a legend too. He was known for having handles, right? When in the 70s and 60s, it was less of a thing to just have a crazy handle. It was more so niggas that jump shots, niggas get jump high or dunk or Dr. J or whatever. But my uncle, they used to call him Sweet Moving. That was his name, Sweet Moving. And he had handle, right? And he told me that summer, he said, listen, you need to listen to me. And by the end of this summer, I guarantee you not only gonna make the team, but I guarantee you're gonna be starting next year. So I'm like, I didn't like my uncle. I love you, Unc, but you know how you be, man. He stole my joint. told on me after he told me he wasn't gonna tell on me. Took my mattress. How you gonna come home from jail and talk about, well, this was my mattress and take my damn bed? I was a kid, Unc. Come on, man. You could have bought another bed. You talking about, this is my mattress. I come home and my bed gone. And I know what's under my bed. I'm like, oh. I'm like, and this is before cell phones, right? So I'm knowing he gonna call a house. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Queen. I don't know what you talking about. You in timeout, brother. I'm gonna give you a half an hour for that one. Yes, Queen with nails. What? What are you talking about? Anyway, so my uncle, I'm knowing he gonna call a house, right? He gonna call a house and he gonna tell on me, right? Yeah, he did me dirty. You gonna rob me and tell on me? So luckily my pops was a street nigga before, right? So he know, right? That's why I wound up getting in trouble, right? Because my pops really mad that you did some slimy shit. You trying to pass it off as you helping me out. You helping me out. So he called the house. I'm sitting by the phone. I know he gonna call, right? He said, "Unks be wildin', word." So I'm sitting by the phone. It finally rings, right? I pick it up. He's like, yeah, man. I said, yo, 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 yo. I said, listen, man. Listen, man. Just don't tell on me. And he's like, yo, come on, nephew. Come on, nephew. What you doing with that, man? You don't need that, man. I said, yo, 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 yo. Listen, just don't tell on me. He's like, oh, man, come on, man. Like, you don't need to be out here doing this. I said, you gonna tell on me or not? He's like, all right, man. I ain't gonna tell on you, man. I ain't gonna tell on you. I said, all right, just don't tell on me, bro. You can keep it, because I know you done sold it already anyway, right? That's what I said to him, right? When I'm in high school, I know how this nigga think. Yeah, I'm like, I know you sold it already anyway. And he's like, nah, man, da 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 da, right? I'm just giving y'all the character of my uncle, man. Hey, Unc, I ain't telling them your name, Unc, so they don't know which one or which, side or nothing. But you did this. So, of course, he tells on me anyway, right? Calls back and tells anyway. And my dad is like, my pop's on timing, so he's like, so where's it at, right? He's like, so where's it at? And he's like, oh man, I got rid of that thing. Hey, double tap that screen if you in here looking at me, man. It's my life for real, man. So he like, I got rid of that thing. And my pop's like, okay, well, where's the money then? And he like, he's like, exactly. So really, he looked at me and I looked at him like, so it's like, so really you stealing from my son. You stole from my son, right? And now you calling to act like you looking out for his well-being, right? So my pops ain't stupid, right? He can't stand him already anyway. So he looking at it like, man. So I ain't wind up getting no real trouble behind it. But clearly, this shows you the character, right? So I always knew he was like this, right? So I'm like, all right. He told me, let me train you for the summer. I said, fine. Pause, right? And we was doing all type of drills every day. The agreement was I couldn't play no ball for the summer. I could only do drills. I could only train. I could only work out. I could only do running and dribbling and shooting. That was all I was doing for the summer, right? Now imagine, I'm 14 years old doing this, or 13, right? Because I was young going into high school, right? I'm 13. I'm outside though, so everybody knows me. They laughing at me. Everybody got jokes because look what I'm doing. You just got cut from the team. Now you running around like Rocky. Now you running around here training, doing drills in the hood, in front of people. You know what I'm saying? Running around the track, dribbling one hand, one through the legs, one through the while they rehearsing for football and all that. Right? I'm out there doing all this. People looking at me laughing. They got jokes like, what the hell? What the hell? I'm looking at it like, yo, nah. This is embarrassing as hell. I don't even want to be out here. They're seeing me. They laughing at me. They just like, this is just like, oh my God. But you know what? That first day, at the end of that summer, when I actually touched the ball post for the first time, and we playing pickup ball in the park, wherever I was playing at, and the ball came towards me, and it was a loose ball, right? And it was dribbling like this, and instead of grabbing it paused with two hands, I did like this with one hand and spent. And I spent so fast that the two people that was going, we was three of us going for the same loose ball pause. And I spit like this. And these two niggas ran into each other. Boom. And the whole crowd was like, oh! And I was like, oh! Bro, I felt like Spider-Man. I felt like Spider-Man. Ever since that day, literally, that's where I got my talent from in terms of basketball. I have not worked out on that level again since I was 14 years old or 13 years old. And I felt like literally Spider-Man. To this day, I still got all type of, you know what I'm saying, that's from that. Because it literally honed all of my moves. I'm practicing 1, 2, 3 through the legs, 1, 2, 3 through the legs, 1, 2, 3 pull up, hezzy, 1, 2, 3 step back. Like I was practicing all of that. So it's literally embedded in my DNA now, type shit. So that's why I understand how, like, if you train your mind to do something, right? And especially if you have that energy and that legendary whatever in you, pause, right? It's damn near unstoppable. So once I started playing ball now, and I was really not, now I'm playing at Riverside Church, I'm playing at the Gauchos, I'm playing 16 and under when I'm 14. Not only did I make the team, now I'm crossing niggas and having viral little moments back then, right? Now, it was a whole nother story where I get into, and y'all will see a little bit about maybe in the documentary, where I had a whole little thing with my coach and all of this stuff. I wound up getting surgery on my knee when I was in 11th grade, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't play that year, right? So when I came back my senior year, it kind of like wasn't really the same. I got a partial scholarship to Florida A&M University, and then it was kind of over in terms of my ball career, right? Because I discovered what? Music. I discovered the music. And I had always flirted with the music growing up, but I had never took music a serious way for me to be a legend, right? Because when I started playing the saxophone, Mr. Greenberg, you ruined it, man. You was a weirdo, Mr. Greenberg, and I think you might have been a little bit on the, you know what I'm saying, side, man. Now that I think about it, Mr. Greenberg. Mr. Greenberg, come on, Mr. Greenberg. And you know what's crazy? I didn't know if it was just me, but this is what he used to do. Pause. Okay, Salvador, I'll see you soon. And since you're talking rude to me at 8:30 in the morning, you're getting put in timeout for half an hour. Talk nicer when you get back, or stay your ass off of here. Good morning to you too. He said, on God. He said, personally, I feel like Jones beat Mook. We ain't talking about that right now, okay? We talking about legends growing up, okay? Mook don't have a story like this, okay? Mook shit is a whole different thing, respectfully, okay? Mook is a legend because of battle rap. I am a legend because I was a legend in the streets before I even touched the mic. Hello? This is the difference that I don't think some of y'all understand, which is why we need to break these down, which is why we need to go into like the life thing. Forget rap. Okay, rap. Somebody could put words together. That's a blessing. But who are you? Huh? What's your life like? As Suge says. That's what we do, right? Because then maybe you'll understand why certain people don't care about that. Some people don't care about the fame of looking like some battle rap legend. I don't care about that, bro. You know what I mean? He said, follow the light and unite, and the rest will follow. All right, check you out, Captain K, man. You know what I mean? He said, Serius Jones is super serious. Hey, man, we having a good time, though, man. You know what I'm saying? We just chopping it up. But, you know, he said, I rock with you, Jones. Murder is a legend. You were a legend. No, salute. We're both legends. And all right? But I'm just being real with you and saying that my legacy started long before rap, brother. That's the point. My history had nothing to do with trying to be a rapper. I did not want to be a rapper. Okay? That's what we breaking down. I'm telling y'all the background and how I got to being a rapper. You feel me? That's the difference, right? Some people actually wanted to Hey, you said it's mad early. Yeah, big time. I shouted you out, brother. I told him big time probably working or something, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, you left me by myself, big time. I had to fend off all the trolls by myself, brother. You know what I'm saying? They probably got a lot of stuff off that I missed. You know what I mean? They in the chat going crazy. So big time, you have permission to snipe away. All right? You got the strap, big time. Pause. Anybody getting crazy? Send them to the gulag. Send them to timeout. Right? Anybody get crazy? He said, Jones, you barely sleep, huh? Yep. That's pretty much what it is. You know, I barely sleep. And you know why? Because I'm working. Huh? Last live made $200 already. I'm working. But anyway, all right. So we're talking about what being a quote unquote legend means. You know, what it means to me, what it means to other people, right? All right. So now I'm playing ball with legends. Shout out to Andre Barrett. Shout out to my man A Boogie, right? Shout out to Ali Mo, the Black Widow. Rest in peace. Come on, man. I don't watch Ali Mo do magical stuff with, you know what I'm saying? Just doing magician craziness, right? So now I'm growing up in this era. I'm growing up in the N1 era, right? I'm growing up in the gauchos, you know what I'm saying, the Rucker Parks, you know what I'm saying, before Kingdom and all that. You know what I'm saying? Gene said, do you sleep? I can sleep when I'm gone. I sleep when I'm gone. But like, so I'm in this era. So to me, the legend part of basketball, like I was already in my mind legendary, but I was looking at it like I gotta go to NBA or I ain't make it in life. That's how I really used to think. If I didn't go to the league, I looked at it like, man, you ain't make it. So when I got to college, the first workout was at 5 in the morning and we were running 5 miles. We had to run 5 miles at 5 in the morning, bro. So I wake up. Now, mind you, I'm just starting to kind of, you know, I had been being out all night, right? Look, shout out to my parents. They understood. There was one night where I stayed out till about 7 in the morning, right? And when I came home, my parents were sitting there on the couch, like up, like, you know, with their legs crossed, waiting on me, pause. And when they see me, my dad and my mom, they like, what the hell, right? And I actually had a good explanation, which made it worse, right? Because I was like, yo, we rode our bikes to Grant's Tomb. And Mike caught a flat, and the police stopped us. And they were like, what? Now, mind you, Inglewood is about maybe, what, 8 miles, 10 miles from Harlem, right? So when I rode my bike over the George Washington Bridge and down the highway to Harlem Week with my boys 7 deep, my parents is looking at me like, you did what? I said, we rode our bikes to Harlem Week. And Mike caught a flat and the police pulled us over, had us sitting on the side of the curb for like 2 hours. So they're like, I'm 16 or 15. They looking at me like, just get ready. Just get ready for school, man. And I'm just like so after that, it was good. I didn't get no more ass whippers for being out late, being whatever. They knew I was responsible enough, and they knew that I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? They knew that we was crazy. They was just looking at it like, y'all doing what? Right? And my crib used to be the spot, kind of. You know what I'm saying? This is why I was looking for the pictures to show y'all. Because y'all gonna see the pictures when, you know what I'm saying, I'm with the homies chilling in the crib. We got Shorty chilling in the crib. We chilling. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my moms, man. You know what I'm saying? My childhood was lit. I ain't gonna lie to you. My childhood was super lit. You know what I'm saying? We had so much fun. You know what I'm saying? He said you was a wild boy. Now, facts. You know what I'm saying? I definitely was a wild boy. The only thing that I wasn't as wild about, right? I wasn't, like, I was late sexually, pause. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to smash all these chicks at first. I was trying to get some money. And that's what I was always on. And my homeboys growing up, we had a real tight-knit crew. If you know about us, if you know about Inglewood, you know about us. You know what I'm saying? You know about Crew Love. You know about, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's a legacy thing, right? We was legends in our neighborhood way before anything, right? We were doing things that made people want to be like and talk like us, even though we were kids, right? We had this saying where we would just put a bull on it, right? Oh, man, a bull. And I'd be like, oh, man, Shorty is battable. She battable. I don't know why that even made sense. Like, we just do stupid things like that. We would put a name on your last name, right? If your name is James, your names might just be Earl, right? Because one day you'll just be, my nigga James Earl Jones. What's up, James Earl Jones? And then next thing you know, it'll be Earl. My boy Earl. What's up, Earl? And you'd be like, bro, why am I Earl? That's how I got named Jones. One day I was just Limo Jones. Limo Jones in the building. And I'm just like, next thing niggas is calling me Jones. I'm like, what? What? Why you calling me Jones? Shut up, Jones. Then I just became Jones. So when I'm playing in the Rucker, I'm playing in Gauchos, I'm doing all y'all dying on the comments. That's how it really happened, yo. I swear to God, big time. That's how it happened. You know what I mean? Hey, big time. Send Smoke and Dro to 30 minutes of the gulag. Yep. See how quick that is? You get right up out of there. Don't play with me like that. So, long story short, now we go academics as a kid. I'm doing the spelling bees. I'm doing the nerd, like, little contest stuff to represent my hood. I'm one of the smart young boys from my hood. I'm 8, 9 years old winning spelling bees, essay contest, stuff like that, right? Then guess what happens? My innocence is shattered. I find a big old strap right in the street. I see people getting they noodles. I seen people getting their craniums tapped. I saw a man get hit in his head with a hammer about 17 times in a row. This when I was really young too. Hit this man in his head about 17 times with an actual hammer, right? So I'm knowing, damn, life is brutal, right? My pops is showing me the game. He's showing me the ropes. He's teaching me how to hustle. Now I'm 11, 12 years old, and I'm a water boy. I'm getting dropped off on the corners with waters, and my pops is telling me, sell them. This is $1. You tell them just like this. Ice cold water, $1, right? So now the game is coming out of me. Now I'm learning my own game. I'm learning how to talk slick. I'm learning how to talk to people. I'm having the confidence to approach grown people as a 10, 11, 12-year-old, 13-year-old. I'm confident enough to talk to a 40-year-old. What's up, right? I got something to sell you. That's how it was coming. And I knew I was going to be legendary at something, right? I ain't know what it was going to be yet, though, right? So this is the moment of truth for me, right? The moment of truth for me on some sports. Like, I found out my passion was going to be and what I was going to do for a living, right? I met a few real ill people at FAMU, man. Rest in peace, my man Brick, man. My man Ambrick, right? He was from Memphis. He was a pimp. He was a P, naturally, right? He had a perm. He looked like Cat Williams / Prince. I love you, brother, but you know you did. He looked like Cat Williams and Prince had a baby, pause, right? And he used to talk like this, hey, man, what's happening, man? You know what I mean? We need some girls around here, man. You know what I'm saying? We need some real females, man. You know what I'm saying about? Yeah, man, we gonna get this thing cracking. Like, that's how he used to talk, right? And we started throwing parties that literally, if I wish camera phones existed, man. Oh my God. If camera phones existed, yo, you would understand why I'm a so-called legend now. Cause it was way crazier, bro. The last party that I threw in my house, brother, it had 17 cop cars to shut it down. I know because I counted and I was proud. We got 200 people in here, man. What's happening, y'all? Make sure y'all hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing, man. Double tap that screen if you know what I mean. Jay, well, that's the only great one left. We going all the way up like a turtleneck and we popping it on the net, man. We just chopping about real life, huh? We rocking, man. Hit that like button. So now I'm learning a whole different part of me. This was the moment of truth. I had a roommate that was a weed head. Shout out to Sam from Colorado, brother. You know you love bud. I wonder if he still loves marijuana as much as he loved it then. Right? I watched this man spend thousands of dollars. And this is 1998 we're talking about here. So imagine there wasn't even no dro. There wasn't even no Izah. This man was spending thousands of dollars on backyard Bullington, on Jamaican bushweed, on some, you know what I mean? Niggas was buying some whatever. And it would stink up the whole room, right? In my freshman year, my first semester, I'm in a dorm, right? And my silly ass requested the dorm that was really like the projects of the school. I didn't know. I saw a complex and I thought complex meant something fly. Because where I'm from, if you live in a complex, it's like, oh, you're in a complex, right? If it's houses, it's projects, right? Drew Hamilton houses, right? That's projects. If it is complex A and complex B, I said, ooh, give me Patty Foot complex A. I thought that sounded fancier. Stupid. Them rooms was literally jail cells. These were jail cells. You had enough room to walk in like this, turn this way, and sit down on your bed. That was the only room that was literally, that was the only room that was in that dorm room. So imagine you come in the dorm room, and he said, my guy really a streamer now. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We on it, right? Why not? So this room is so small, I have no room to even do anything in this room for real. So you having 6 niggas in here sitting on my bed smoking weed is totally out of pocket, right? I don't smoke. I don't need that. I'm an athlete. You're bugging. I just came back from 5 in the morning running 5 miles, man. And I come in my dorm room and this nigga smoking, sitting on my bed. I said, man, get the fuck out my room. Get the fuck out, get out, right? Niggas is looking at him. What the fuck you looking at him for? Get off my bed. What's wrong with you? Nigga, get out, right? Niggas is walking out like, yo, you bugging, right? So he's sitting there just smiling, right? Higher than giraffe ass. He like, come on, roommate, you tripping, cuz. You tripping, cuz. I said, yo, Sam, get up, get up, get up. He's like, yo, come on, man. I said, get up, right? Didn't I tell you, da-da-da-da-da-da, right? Yo, this is where I understood. I fell in love with it this day, pause, right? He said, man, I had already bing, bing, bang, bang, bing, 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 right? And I saw that he still didn't care. He still was laying there like, I was making me furious. I was like, bro, why do you love weed this much, bro? I'm like, what's wrong with you? Why do you love it this much? I still didn't understand it back then because I thought I was an athlete. I had smoked a couple times. It just gave me a headache. To me, it was stupid. It was like, y'all just trying to look cool, right? So he said, man, just let me finish this one, man, and I will never again, man. Just let me finish this one, man. Just finish this one with me, man. So I'm like, we got almost 300 people in here now. Hello? Hit that like button if you just come in here, wipe your feet, man. Wipe your feet when you walk in the house, bro. That's all. Double tap. Ta-da, right? What's up, y'all? I see y'all new people, right? So dude is like, just smoke with me once. Just let me finish this blunt, bro, and I won't do it again. I said, all right, man. Fine, man. I said, go ahead, man, right? It's already smoking in here anyway, right? So he finished smoking. Said, hi, dude. Hello. So we finished smoking. I hit it a couple times, right? That was all she wrote. That same day, they had a microphone and people were freestyling. I walk up, I start freestyling with them. I didn't know they were recording this. They were recording the tape of it. So this tape recording, now mind you, I'm devastated. I thought I was going to the NBA, man. I really believed it. I think I was good enough. If I didn't have this knee surgery, if maybe I had a program that was a little more supportive, you know what I'm saying? My AAU programs were supportive. The Gauchos and Riverside Church were supportive. They were just ran by pedos. You heard me? they was ran by pedos. Luau Media and Coach Lorch were both documented pedophiles. Anti-Boastful said it's the energy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's why y'all jacking me for real. You know what I mean? Because y'all know it's real. There's realism in my system, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't forced and this shit ain't cap. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the truth. He said, keep telling the truth, sir. Yeah, I have to. Right? So these guys were actual little pedophiles. And I wound up finding this out. And there were people that they didn't care. They just want to get those free Nike bags and those trips and those whatevers. I couldn't do that. Once I seen that that's what they was doing, I'm like, what? Y'all letting these white men touch y'all? What? Oh, hell no. I'm out. Y'all bugging. That's what they was doing, man. Lorch died, and these people were still calling him a legend. Still calling that man a legend. He said, that's crazy. Word. He said, that ring, fam. Salute, man. Salute, man. You know what I'm saying? All around the world, we're, you know, same song. Right? Wolf Way, No Way. If you need some design, shout out to people that tapped in. If you need a ring design, if you need a chain made, if you need something that you're trying to get done, tap in. We can do it together, right? We can do it together. I ain't gonna bust you in the head, pause. I ain't gonna try to overcharge you. I'm gonna show you how much everything costs, and we can do it together. I just like manifesting dope stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? That's it. He said, oh, that's hard, Jones. Salute, brother. Right? Double tap that screen if you in here, man. There's 300 people in here right now, right? Almost. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. I came back from that last practice where I was running 5 miles at 5 in the morning. And afterwards, they had us playing one-on-one full course, right? So imagine you just ran 5 miles, 5 in the morning. Not only are you tired as hell, now the coach says, okay, now y'all play one-on-one. After we do running drills, suicides, all type of stuff. We done ran for an hour and a half. The workout is only 2 hours. We're running for an hour and a half of it. Bro, I can't, like, it ain't that much stamina in the world. So by that time, I'm done. I can't really play like that. And I'm still playing though. I look over, they're not even looking at us. I'm damn near wanting to stop the players. Be like, yo, hello? Y'all ain't even looking. Like, I'm over here busting my ass off, crossing niggas, and look over and the coach is like this, talking to someone. Yeah. I'm like, oh, these they ain't thinking about us, man. I ain't gonna be playing on this team, man. I'm like, it was over. I just knew in that moment, like, I don't think I'm gonna be playing D1 athletics. Because I realized, one, the work that you have to do is OD. 5 in the morning to 7 in the morning, you're running, doing drills. Then after that, let's say you eat, you go to class, then you got another workout. Whether it's from 12 to this or from 3 to that, right? Then after that, you gotta watch film. You gotta sit down, watch films, You gotta do all type of public relations stuff, right? You gotta take photo shoots. You gotta talk to people, shake hands. You gotta do all of that, right? All of that is part of being a professional athlete. And we're not even talking about the pros, we're talking about college. So once I realized, he said, but you get paid though. Yeah, you get paid, but the point is you don't have a life you want to have. You literally are busy all day. I didn't like that. I was like, once I saw how much work it was gonna be for me to actually make it to the NBA, I was like, I didn't love it that much. I thought I loved basketball that much, but I'm telling y'all, from the door, I love baseball. Realized baseball wasn't a thing in my hood. All right. I actually like nerd stuff. I actually like the spelling bees and writing essays and all of that stuff, right? I won those contests when I was young, but then once I got to school, I realized that, okay, wait a minute. They don't just let niggas in. Oh, so then I didn't tell y'all this part. Okay, then, so now the tape starts circulating, right? Hit that like and subscribe, y'all. Yeah, do what anti-social butterfly says, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Double tap that screen right fast. Let's do it together. Wait, hold on. Just knock my phone down. You do it. You. Get your ass up. I'm talking to you. Like the screen, man. Stop playing with me. So, he said I was good at street hockey. Okay. You know, like we all got talent at something, right? You know, so, but what I realized was my talent was a different thing. My talent, which I thought was to play a sport or whatever, right? He said, what's up with the bars, right? So this is what I'm telling you. That tape started circulating, right? And at the same time, was around the same time that not only I realized basketball is not gonna be what I do for the rest of my life, right? So at that same time, I started saying, man, shout out to my man Brick, shout out to my man Ocone, shout out to all my man Tim Bray, shout out to Lamont, shout out to Marty, shout out to, man, who my man Maurice from Philly. Shout out to everybody that literally at that time of my life, we literally took the city over. We took the city of Tallahassee over, bro. I realized, wait a minute. This city is a wide open. What my man Scarface says, he said this is like a great big just looking to give. Right? That's how I looked at it. We got all these colleges down here. They all spending money. They all partying. They all doing whatever, right? They all want all the fake Gucci and the Louis and all of this stuff that I can go to Canal Street and buy. They all want this bud that I can grab and bring down here. They all want to buy some white T-shirts and stuff like that. That's just the basic hood stuff. I'm gonna bring all of that down here. So that's what I did. I would fill up my Thunderbird. I would fill up my Honda Accord. And I would drive down with everything that I could sell in Tallahassee. And I got an off-campus apartment. I spent one semester in that little room, and then I was like, now I'm getting an off-campus apartment because I had about 30 bands at that time. Wallahi, I had got about 30 bands. One from that car accident, right? And I was doing my little hustle move, so I had about 30-something bands put up in my little shoebox. So I said, man, I could get an off-campus apartment. I need to find these pictures to show y'all, man. I don't know where the hell I put these shits. I just had them in here from the last live. Where did you go? I don't know. I'm gonna find them later, right? But I really realized, why haven't I addressed the Cardi B rumors? What Cardi B rumors? She saying something about me? I don't know if she want the world to know about our relationship or lack thereof. But so the tape starts circulating at the same time that I got this off-campus apartment at this complex in Tallahassee called Windrush, right? It was a 3-bedroom apartment with an upstairs, downstairs, a little balcony area. And what I started doing with my man Brick, my man Ocone, I said, listen, they had this class where you had printers, right? Now, mind you, this is before cell phones, right? If you only had a cell phone if you was a dope boy. And that was that big ass dumb cell phone that was like this, right? Or a car phone. People ain't have regular cell phones yet, right? So if for something to get viral, for something to get lit, it had to be everybody outside knows about it, right? So you know what I started doing? My man had a printer shop, a printer at his class where he could print anything. I said, listen, we're gonna get yellow, green, blue, white, pink paper. We're just gonna get all type of colorful paper and we're gonna print on it house party, drinks, music, DJ'd by, shout out to DJ Cool Ant. That was the DJ from Tallahassee that was on the radio, that was doing all the parties. So we paid Ant $150 to DJ my house party, right? He brought all the equipment, and Windrush was such a big complex that literally you could hear the music throughout the whole complex. So people would be riding past, pulling up. Literally, the parking lot was like jam-packed to the point where nobody could fit in the crib no more, and the parking lot would be packed outside. That's what got the boys called, right? The boys got called every time, but it was already lit for hours before they got there, right? So the last one, when I seen the movie Project X, I was like, that was our life, right? So imagine this, my tape where I'm rapping is starting to circulate at the same time that people are coming to these parties, right? Wallahi Dean on everything I love. When I was moving out of that apartment on Windrush, I'm looking around, just to give you a concept of how lit these parties was, yo. When I'm moving out, I'm looking around the crib, and there's a blue tint around the whole living room. Like everywhere you could look, like right here on the wall, all the way around is a blue tint. And I'm like this color blue a little bit darker. I'm like, what the hell is that? I could not understand what that was for the life of me. You know what it was? You know what I found out it was? Like when I really it clicked to me? It was the dye from the jeans. It was so many people laying up against the wall in them parties that it left dye stains on the walls all the way around the crib, bro. That's how lit the party was. I was like, wow. So literally, I would make what I call cuckoo juice. I would take these two big coolers and I would put Everclear, 151, Puerto Rican rum, what you call that? Cisco sometimes, Kool-Aid, you know what I mean? Dole fruit juice, you know what I mean? Crystal Light, and literally sit there and make this big punch of cuckoo juice. And I would sell these for $5 when it gets late, $10, right? And it costs $10 to get in the party. And guess what my man Brick came up with, which is what birthed probably the ism in me, right? And understanding how to make money with women in entertainment too, right? He came up with the idea, said, we need to have some girls. I said, what you mean? We got girls at our parties. He said, no. I mean like some, some dancers, like some girls for entertainment. I'm like, bro, you saying that like you got some. He said, I do got some. I said, yeah? He said, yeah, I got two. I'm like, then I felt a little weird. I was like, damn, I ain't got none. Right? I'm like, well, I don't got none. Right? So I said, you know what? We're going to have some tryouts. So we did the same concept. And this is what I did with the flyers. I made probably 2,000, 3,000 flyers. And you know what I would do? I would litter them everywhere. I would go to this TSU, which is one school, and literally I would have people that I would pay, and they would just go walk around and litter these everywhere. So you can't miss it. You see this flyer everywhere. You're like, what the hell? In different colors, telling you come to this place at this time. So everybody is talking about it. Everybody showed up at our parties. Everybody, it's on the radio. DJ Cool N is saying, yeah, Windrush is going down. The house party, y'all heard about it before. It's going down again. Man, those was the good old days, bro. It was lit. It was, bro. Just imagine, it's 200-300 people coming through your house in a night. It's 3 floors. The upstairs floor, we charged $25 to go up there, and we literally had auditions. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I put up flyers at every university. Dancers wanted. And you know how you could write the number at like confetti at the bottom where you could rip off one of the numbers so somebody could just rip the number and keep going? I did that at the bottom of every flyer, put it on a bulletin board at the schools. Guess what? The same thing I did for my haircutting business. I stole a nigga's whole slogan. I ain't gonna lie. I stole his slogan. I was in Clark, Atlanta, and I seen a bulletin that was on one of them boards in the dorm room, and it said, "Here it is." It said, "Here it is, haircut." I was like, "Oh, I'm taking that." I went right back to fam and did the same thing. Stole his whole marketing scheme and did the same thing. So now I'm cutting everybody's hair. We throwing these house parties that's outrageous, right? And this tape comes out at the same time. This tape of me freestyling. I didn't know there was a tape. And I'm having all of these life viral moments. All this other stuff is happening that's viral at that time, right? I'm getting fights. I told y'all the story of Travis. How Travis was the 6'9" nigga trying to bully me in the gym. And I hit him with that Mika. And he started leaking. I had to get stitches. And it was like a viral campus moment because it was like David and Goliath type shit. You know what I'm saying? This dude was like this. It's a big monster, right? I didn't want to fight him. But, you know, God was with me. I came out triumphant. So all of this stuff is happening at the same time. I'm cutting hair. I'm selling all the things on the campus. I'm having parties. They talking about my crib on the radio, right? Be it Windrush. Windrush is me. When they talking about Windrush, they talking about coming to my crib. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was lit. So I saw that I could get shit lit. I could really get it lit. Huh? I really took another town that I ain't from, some country town, no disrespect, Tallahassee, a school town that got people from everywhere, and turned that whole shit up. Hit that like button if you ain't already. He said viral didn't exist. There wasn't a platform to gauge it. Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? We had to make viral a thing. I really think me and some other people like me made viral a thing. You know what I'm saying? That's viral if you get a whole city to start rocking with your house parties. It's a viral if you get a whole precinct that has to come shut down your party. The damn near 20 cop cars. It was 17 cop cars. I don't know if I'm lying. Wait, was it 14 or 17? It was somewhere between 14 and 17 cop cars. Might have been 14. I might be putting a little sauce on it. Might have been like 14. But either way, they're still alive. You know what I'm saying? I think it might have been 14. I don't know. But either way, it was more than 14 cop cars, right? And also, it was just something that everyone talked about, right? So I started seeing the value of what's up here, right? And also, now I done literally recruited. This is what our tryouts was like. When shorties was coming to try out, they would come in the crib. I swear to you, why I had niggas trying to pay to get in the tryouts, right? Because it'd be like 12, 15 girls lined up, and they sitting there about to, come do their dance to try out. And it's me and my man Brick, and my man O. We sitting on the couch like this. We 17, 18 sitting on the couch like this. Next. Hi, my name's Bridget. I'm from Tampa. Da-da-da-da. Be like, okay, Bridget, you wanna show us your moves? Right? She'd be like, whatever, right? We sit on the couch trying not to bust out laughing, looking at each other like, right? We 17, 18, right? We learning, it's almost like you learning your power. You learning like, oh, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this, right? So legend, let's get into the legend thing, right? Yeah, he said run them likes up, facts. He's like popular is more like it. Yeah, popular is the same thing as viral, then. If you have a popular video nowadays, it's a viral video because it's popular to people, right? But whatever. Bottom line is learning how to get something lit, right? The bottom line is understanding legendary stuff and how to do it, right? How to do some legendary shit, right? You don't always know it's going to be legendary when you're doing it, but once that becomes the standard, right? I guess it's just a thing, right? So the tape comes out. People running up on me and saying, yo, why you ain't tell us you was a rapper? Man, we knew you was a rapper. And I'm like, what you mean? I ain't no rapper, right? I'm just getting over, I thought I was a baller. I thought I was about to be, the star player on this team, man. I thought they was about to be talking, go Rattlers, go Limo. I'm thinking I'm about to be in the gym crossing people, and that's who I'm about to be. I'm not trying to be no rapper, right? And they like, man, why you ain't tell us you was a rapper, man? We knew you was a rapper. Like, you already act like a rapper. I'm like, bro, I'm not no rapper, bro. They like, bro, we heard your tape. I'm like, bro, what tape? They like, man, we heard your tape, bro. Stop fronting like you know you be rapping. I'm like, bro, I swear I don't be rapping, bro. I do not know what you talking about, right? And niggas is like, man, whatever. I started getting mad because I'm thinking people trolling me. I'm thinking people trying to be funny. I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't no fucking rapper. Like, what you talking about? And then finally, somebody was like, bro, you know the tape where you was freestyling walk home? And I'm like, oh, wait, there's a tape of that? And he's like, yeah, you ain't know that? They thinking I'm capping. They like, man, you knew you was a tape. It was a tape. I didn't know they taped it. As far as I knew back then, you have that little tape machine where it's a tape on this side and a tape on the. I'm taking y'all back. A lot of y'all don't even know about no cassette tapes. A lot of y'all ain't never even seen no cassette tape functioning. You know what I'm saying? It's cassette tapes. You could tape it on one side and play the beat on the other side. I didn't know that. I'm thinking he just playing the beat and we just rapping. I'm not knowing he taping it, right? So when I'm hearing from everybody about this tape, so I said, I didn't even want to hear the tape. I wanted to hear it by myself, right? That's back when I had my Thunderbird. Damn, I gotta find, where them pictures go? I had my Thunderbird, and I wanted to play it in my car with my little system so I could really see and like what it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold up, what is they talking about, right? And I swear to God, when I turned that I pushed that tape in the deck and I started listening, it was like, oh, I do sound like a rapper. Like I got a rapping ass voice, everything. It was like, oh, I sound just like I belong on this beat. I was tripping. I couldn't believe that shit my damn self. I was like, oh, like word? Like, oh, I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So once I seen that, once I realized like, oh, wait a minute, no, you really do sound just like a rapper. You really do, got it, right? Around that same time, I didn't have no time to think about it. There was a battle happening at a place called the Cow House. That place is probably still standing. But there's a place called the Cow House in Tallahassee, Florida, where they throwing battles, they do events. You know what I mean? A lot of people went to FAMU. You know what I mean? Common Sense. You know, my man Common went there. Erica Badu went there. It's a musical place, FAMU, right? It's a lot. They got the Marching 100 band, which is the biggest black college band, right? They got a lot of vibes at FAM. They got this place called The Set. Every day, it's a whole hood full of niggas on that campus that don't go to that school. That's outside with their dunks, which is the old school cars that look like this. That's what they call dunks. You know what I'm saying? The old school cars with the spokes and all that. That's where I get that from. Cause I've been liking cars like that since I was young. But once I went to Florida, that was really what got me on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the vibes was. You know what I mean? So now I'm getting dared to get in this battle, and niggas like, you ain't gonna get in the battle though. And I'm like, why not? It was $1,500 was the prize. $1,500? What? I'm already hustle man, and you already see that I'm like, shit, I'm on it. No, nah. Oh, nah. Oh, nah. I'm gonna go get that money, right? So I got pushed right into the fire. You know what I'm saying? When they say fresh out the frying pan into the fire, that was my life. So that same week that I started rapping, I was in a battle. And that battle, I came in about third place, right? My man Eclipse, who was also from Jersey and wound up being my rap partner, is the person that won. So that's crazy when I think about it now, yo, realistically, and this is like all humbleness aside, I guess I should be allowed to pop it a little bit when it's 9 in the morning and I got almost 300 people in my lives on a Sunday. Huh? Niggas waking up on a Sunday, 7 in the morning, fuck with me. You know, we got something to pop it about. We got something to be proud about. You know, the work itself. Eclipse, that's right. Eclipse from the section. You know what I'm saying? Tony Wright said, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Big Time said it's 6 a.m. here. Salute. You know what I'm saying? He said, yo, Big Daddy Hot Sauce Jones. Hey, I kind of like that. I kind of like Big Daddy Hot Sauce. You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby, they call me Big Daddy Hot Sauce, man. Let me sprinkle you, baby. You know what I mean? Hey, let me put a little seasoning on your biscuit, baby. I kind of like that. Pause. So look, you know, technically, now that I think about it, I've been a legend at every stage of the game. I was a legend in basketball. In my neighborhood, I was a park legend. That's what we call it. I was a park legend. I was a park legend. I had some legendary moments in that park. that niggas done talked about for years, damn near decades. Yo, remember that time in the park that you this? I was a park legend, right? I was an Inglewood legend for sure, right? I'm an Inglewood legend. I got moments in my childhood in Inglewood that people still talk about to this day. My whole neighborhood knew me. My whole neighborhood knows my family. My whole neighborhood knows my legacy, right? So before I started rapping, I was a legend in that way, right? Rap, battle rap. I started rapping. I'm telling y'all the story that led up to that when I was 17, 18, right? I've been blessed to be able to achieve legendary status in that. I have battles that to this day have shaped the culture of battle rap, that have literally spread around the globe and put us in a position to change the way the globe looks at urban content and the way we consume it. Because battle rap was not digested at the level that it is now until someone like me came along by the grace of Allah, right or wrong, right? And also, in the quote unquote streets, I'm a legend. I was able to do things at a young age, like what I'm describing to y'all, which had never been done before, not on the level I did it. I had moments that were just crazy classic moments that just was stuff that people talked about for years and years. You know what I'm saying? My man said, Jones, watching from Morocco. Shoot, salute, man. Salam alaikum, brother. You see what I'm saying? We all around the world with this, man. So it's not just a battle rap legend. For me, you understand? Now, if you don't care about these other legacies that a man has to uphold, right? Because if I'm a legend in my own right, as they say, I don't care about what anybody else thinks. He says, W album, fire emojis. Afro Jones out right now. They saying it's a dub. They saying it's a W. Not a dub, but a W, right? They saying it's a win. Tap in, man. Tap in. You know what I'm saying? He said, I pity the fool. I look like Mr. T. Salam alaikum, my bad. You good, brother? Walaikum salam. He said, here in London, I remember when you killed Jim. Salute, salute. Word up. Serius Jones from London. Yeah, London in the building today. Okay, I see y'all. Salute. He said, one of my favorite battle rappers, and it ain't just because we got the same last name. Salute, brother. But see what I'm saying, brother? I appreciate you, brothers, right? But you see what I'm saying? It's not just about battle rap for me. Battle rap was the vehicle that I used to be able to get my personality and my story and my brand to the world. That's exactly what I had to use to understand how to monetize my swag and my energy. But this is beyond battle rap, as y'all can see. This is way beyond battle rap. Battle rappers don't normally make Afrobeat albums with bops on it like that. Battle rappers don't make their own beats like that. Battle rappers don't have a story and a legacy that is legendary if they never rapped at all. And that's what I hope that, you know, people are able to understand and take away from my content, is that it's way beyond rap. It's way beyond battle rap. He said they love that shit. He said champagne showers join this fire. I appreciate y'all, man. We gotta shoot a video of the champagne showers. I just shot a video of the G-Locks that's coming soon. We going to Africa to shoot the water video, and we going to Africa to bring some water. We ain't just making these songs just talking about it, bro. I'm gonna do my best to really live up to what I'm saying in this music, which is why I'm making it. Because I wanna make sure that I give myself something to live up to. Hello? Yeah. He said, I feel like, what's up, OG? I can't call it, man. You know what I'm saying? Serius Jones, a legend before battle rap. With love, respectfully. Respectfully, cuz. Jones, you a legend. You don't gotta explain yourself. Of course I don't have to explain myself, brother. But this is why it's called content. Because if I wasn't explaining anything, how would I have content to sell? That's what content is, explaining something, brother. So I know I don't have to explain myself. I appreciate that. But I'm only explaining my legacy, my life, and my perspective on what legend means. That's what I'm explaining, brother. Not myself, respectfully. He said, we're in Africa, my guy. Salute, Mr. South Sudan. And free y'all, man. Free the Sudan, man. We know what's going on. You know what I mean? He said, you have a new album out? Yes, I do, Gary. It's called Afro Jones. It's available on all platforms right now. It's going all the way up like a turtleneck, and it's all Afro beats. And I made them. I made all the beats myself except for one beat. Shout out to my brother Den Beats, and he's from Africa. He said, positive energy, y'all. Yes, sir. Says Serius Jones, partner Needles, made piggy bank for 50 Cent. Yes, sir. Serius Jones, producer is Needles. That was the first. Okay, you see I'm bringing y'all down memory lane, but I'm only really giving y'all the foundation of the game. Hello? So that same night that I had that battle at the cow house, my brother Kenyatta came up to me after the battle and said, you need to come with me. And I said, what? Pause. Like, the hell you talking about? Like, I'm sitting here talking to a girl. I'm trying to get my little groupie love from the battle, right? And I'm sitting there talking to the girls, and he's like, no, no, no. You need to come with me, bro, right now. And I'm like, what the hell is he talking about, right? So I get up, I go with him. He takes me to the studio. It's in Needles has a little apartment in this place called Pebble Hill, and he has a studio set up where he has a mic in his closet, and he's got a little MPC and a turntable. And that night, I made my first song. The night that I had my first battle, I made my first song. The first time that I ever rapped on a stage was the first time that I ever rapped behind a mic. The same night. The same week that I even discovered I could rap, I was on a stage. That same week that I discovered I could rap and was on a stage, I went to the studio. After I went to the studio, I literally was on the radio. Fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I just got pushed in the water and I swam, bro. I got pushed in the water and I became a shark. Y'all feel me? He said, Afro Jones, I'm about to check it out. Respect. He said, you was always fire, but you killed it on Verbal Warzone. Salute, man. Salute. I think that shit was like, I wanted to do a Verbal Warzone for years. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that would be fire, the battle on beat. But, you know, that shit, yeah, that shit is different. I think people just got to get in tune. That's got to be a little bit more marketed so people can see it. But, yeah, that Verbal Warzone was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And, brother, you capping. You're capping, okay? So I lost a lot of weight. I ain't losing a lot of weight, brother. I was 220 in jail, all right? That was the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I'm normally about 200 to 210, all right? It's my normal weight, brother. I ain't losing no weight over here, Jack. You know what I mean? 6'4" and 200 pounds. Do your homework. That's like an NFL receiver, brother. Ain't nothing not solid over here, brother. You know what I mean? Shit's solid, Jack. We done put one of you niggas right on out. Beep! He said, okay. You're in timeout because you're negative 30 minutes. Stand in the corner, brother. He said, mad love, salute, antisocial butterfly. See you two ladies. I ain't gonna lie, ladies, I gotta go because I got the ladies. They on my line right now. You know what I'm saying? My day started. I don't want to think. He said, you just listen to Top Dog. I appreciate that, Lonnie. You like it? He said, thumbs up. Appreciate that. He says, nice, play it. No, I can't play it because then I won't be able to monetize my videos, okay? And I would like to be able to monetize this content so that I can get paid for the work that I do, okay? So even though I enjoy bonding with you guys on some level and all that, I like to get paid for my work. So if I start playing music, I won't be able to monetize the videos. That's how YouTube works. You know what I'm saying? He said, word, lit, turn up, you feel me, baby? Yeah, absolutely. He said, hey, Jones, how do people contact for you for business email? You can contact me at bookserius@gmail. Book, B-O-O-K, Serius, S-E-R-I-U-S. There's a lot of y'all asking to get in contact with me. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram. Instagram at the real Serius Jones. No O in the word serious, just like you spell serious here. Serius. Book Serious at Gmail and the real Serius Jones on Instagram. All right, tap in with me, man. I'm easy to work with. As long as you come with something up front and you make sure that you're dealing with me with respect, it's gonna be easy business, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really grateful to still even be here doing this for a living, man. I could have been some other guy that was a civilian with a boring life, but I couldn't have been that way because from day one, I knew I was gonna be a legend. What Pac said, when I die, I want to be a living legend. Say my name affiliated with this mother effing game with no more pain. That was one of my favorite lines back in the day. But see, my thing was, I never really cared about the fame of it though. I just want to be able to, I want the things I do to live forever. I want to live forever. You know what I'm saying? And I know I can't live forever. So the closest I can get to living forever is creating something that lives forever, right? Which is a legacy, which is some generational wealth, which is some music that I know is gonna be timeless, which is some content that's gonna live 20, 30 years. I did that part, right? I got content that's lived 30 years. I got stories that's lived 30 years. My name been lit 30 years. But I think what a lot of people get confused is, especially in this era, since they care about this battle rap stuff and all that, they think you do. They think you're a battle rapper. They don't understand that, bro. No, this nigga is just a man. He's just an ill nigga. He just knows how to do different stuff. I know how to battle. I know how to this. I know how to that. I know how to that. I'm just some game, bro. I'm just some game. And my shit is fortified. My shit is certified. My shit is bona fide. It comes from the ground up. It comes from my dad. It comes from my moms. It comes from my uncles. It comes from the game. Hello? You can't fake this. And you definitely can't break this. So those that have been trying, and somebody get the idea that, I should care about how, they name other names, right? They say like, well, Luke and Lux and this one, bro. Respectfully, my brand and what I'm doing is on a whole nother level than all of the people that y'all think that I should be trying to act according to or trying to act like. No disrespect to those brothers or anything what anybody else is doing. The Serius Jones and Jones Land, it's a whole different thing. Always was. It's a life thing over here. This ain't no rap thing. It's a life thing. You said, AKA, you don't want to be an NPC. I don't even know what an NPC really is, but is that the people that be like, "Hi, how are you?" I thought that's what an NPC was. Hello, Sherry. How are you? Why are you jumping in my bed? Why my pillows? Pulling my sheets up. He says, salute, live. He said, you couldn't shine with my jewelry on. Hey, take it back to them Fight Club bars. He said, do you see my comment? No, Mara, what did you say? A legend is someone who changes shit. I could second that. I second that emotion. He said, Cuzzo, let's get this podcast popping. This is why we here. This really is my podcast, technically, Cuzzo. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing, right? But we gonna get the podcast with the platform and the sit down and all that too. But this is what I'm really doing here, cuz this is my version of a podcast, and that's I guess why it's lit how it is, right? He said, Anthony Jackson says, word. He said, what did the drummer name his twin daughters? And a 1 and a 2. That's actually funny. I like that. He says, play that Flygerian. I'm not playing nothing, Spaz, because they're not going to let me monetize my videos if I start playing stuff, all right? Hold on. If it dies on y'all, it dies, all right? Are you coming back to URL? I don't know, brother. You got to ask them, man. You got to ask them. Jones, what's your business contact email? I said it again. Serius@gmail. BOOKSERIUS@gmail. Or you can get at me on the gram. The real Serious Jones, no O in Serious. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. He said you seem like a real G. Hey man, I'm not a G. You know what I'm saying? G's a gangster, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real P. You know, I'm a real player. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real wolf. You know, I'm a real one. Thank you. But I ain't trying to be no G. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I've had to be because life has made me, you know. But yeah, one love, man. Appreciate y'all. He said I'm the CEO of my own record label. That's what's up, brother. That's what's up. Tap in if y'all want to do some business. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm making beats. Y'all know I do conceptual projects. I can help you make a ring together. I can help you make a chain. I can help you manifest a film. If you didn't check out my films, go on the page right now and check out the Club movie. Check out the Life is Serious the movie. Check out the Art of Word War book. You know what I'm saying? We got an audio books available right now. Check out G.I. Jones available right now. Check out stream Meet the Wolf and also stream Afro Jones. You know what I'm saying? We got work out, we got product out, and we got the shirts for y'all coming again soon, man. You know what I'm saying? This my man, Hard Luck shit. Support him, Hard Luck with 2 R's. You know what I'm saying? You know, he said pop your P's in alphabetical order. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? A, B, when you see the D's, you know what I mean, and you rolling off E, you know what I'm saying? I don't give an F because you know I'm a G. You know what I'm saying? I don't sell H, and I will just JK, you know what I'm saying? I don't take an L, and I don't sell M, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't from the NOP, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I used to sell Q's, and you are a T, right? What's that? Damn, I don't remember my ABC. You know what I'm saying? You are a T though. Some of y'all's T's out here. You know what I'm saying? You know, TUV, TU, and the UV rays, you know, from the sun and shit, you know what I mean? I gotta put my hater blockers on, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta put my hater blockers on, you know what I'm saying? Because of the UV rays, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, wee. Damn, baby. My bitch really can't see. We got a headache. Let's see what Sharon's like. She said, get these off of me. Yo, he said, real legend. Salute, Kevin. Salute, brother. Said, message sent, bro. All right, I'm going to check out your messages, man. Hopefully we get some money. Hopefully you have a productive day. And I didn't finish popping my P's in alphabetical order because it's TUV, ABCDEFGHIJKLMNOP, W. Yeah, the W is when your ex knows why she shouldn't have had them Z's, right? The W is when your ex knows why that she shouldn't have no Z's. She shouldn't have been sleeping on you. You know what I'm saying? But it's all love. Y'all tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, lit, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. Hey, man, like OGD said, man, you know what I'm saying? Like my OGP partner said, man, don't get caught turned down. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught turned down. Yeah, we turning up, man. And make sure y'all tap all the way in, man. Subscribe, comment, check out the vibe. Y'all know how we rocking, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going all the way up like a turtleneck. It's up and stuck like a cat in a tree. It's J1, that's the only great one left, man. Stay tuned. Huh? Come on back home, baby. I miss you.